All right, today I want to share with you the ultimate guide that you need to set yourself up for aligned success in 2021. So for me, aligned success means that you are actually feeling more and more energized the more and more you work, and you're not burning out, but on the contrary, that you're thriving within your business and within your personal and spiritual development as well. So for me, aligned success is really that flow state where purpose, business, and passion meet. And I found that there are 4 key shifts that we all need to implement for us to enter this aligned success and to really expand into our highest potential. So today I want to share with you those 4 principles, or it's one principle with 4 aspects, and it is super simple. You will love it, but you want to get a pen and paper out so that you can note it down and always come back to that and remind yourself to that over and over again when you feel that this overwhelm is coming back. Because you're probably watching this video because you are an entrepreneur, you are an ambitious power woman just like me, and there's just so much input, there are so much ideas and so many projects that you want to get out into the world that sometimes it can be a little bit too much, and we actually drain our magic, we actually drain our potential in this whirlwind of being overwhelmed and not being organized and being all over the place. Let me know in the comments below if you can resonate with that. I would love to know. So get your pen and paper out, and it is super simple. This principle is called SOAP. Yes, like the soap to wash yourself, and you'll learn why in just a second. So SOAP means simplify, organize, automate, and prioritize. Let's start with simplify. I will share with you some ideas how to simplify your processes by the example of my own social media content creation. So I am a business coach who offers also the web design part. So I thought that I needed to do my Instagram feed super aesthetically beautiful and with all these fancy graphics and with these new design ideas, right? And I was losing a lot of energy. I was wasting so much time on creating those graphics. Well, they are not actually what is bringing my mission or my business and my vision for my business and myself forward, right? So I was spending so much time in Canva where I could have talked with clients, where I could have made new contacts to have new interviews to gain more visibility and all of that. So this is where I really figured I need to simplify what I'm doing, right? And let me know once again if you can relate to that. And this is where I started to do some research and where I really found out that it is quality over quantity and value over aesthetics. It is value over aesthetics. So a person will not buy from you only because you have a beautiful feed, right? They will buy from you because you're giving value to them. You're helping them achieve something that they couldn't beforehand. This is where people buy into your programs and want to work with you. So I started to really simplify my feed, and this is where I started to just roll so much more and to be able to express my message in such a more powerful way. Because now I have time to record YouTube videos and to spread my message, to spread my teachings over more platforms and engage in more contact with you. And what I did is very simple. So I take my quotes, because I'm a quote person, I generate my own quotes, I don't like reposting. So I just write my quotes every time in the same style, and that is also giving a really aesthetic overview of my feed because it's the same elements, you know? So if you're interested in checking out Chiara Prala, just like here in YouTube, you can have a look at my Instagram feed. So I simplified my whole process, and I'm automizing my posts, but we'll get back to that in just a moment. So simplify your processes as much as you can. Don't procrastinate because you are just trying to make it perfect, right? So we all know perfectionism is holding us back so often. So start to simplify what you can do. You can, for example, if you want to create a booklet, follow a booklet for your clients, for your one-on-one clients like I do, use the same template and then just copy paste in there. Really start to simplify. This doesn't mean that you lose quality, not at all. All you do is to simplify your process and let me tell you one thing. The beauty is that if your message is more raw, if it's more just the core, then it will have more impact. Because people feel that. If you need to put it in this fancy package, people will doubt if it's really that valuable what you're providing. But if you're bringing true value in the most simplest way, then the value is just like, it's radiant. So this is where people get drawn into that. So simplify and use your time for things that actually bring you forward. The next step is organize. Remember, SOAP. So organize. And I actually did an entire podcast episode on that just 2 days ago. So if you want to learn how to organize your way into success, I highly recommend you check it out. I'll link it down below. It's the Empowered You podcast, and the episode is called Start 2021 Off with a Bang. And this is where I really walk you through my 4-step guide, how I get organized. I have a daughter, I have many things going on, solo entrepreneur, and I still can flourish. I still feel super good in what I'm doing, and this is my process that I'm passing on to you. So organizing for me really means to get your shit together. You wanna know what you have to do. You're the CEO of your business, you're the CEO of your life, and you really need to know what is going on. You need to know what you have to do, because you can only get into the space where your potential can unfold to the fullest if you have created that space. And you create that space by cleaning it up. You need to organize that. You need to have that roadmap for you to know where to go. Also, when you organize, you start to really plan out the destination where you want to reach. And that is something super important in NLP, that you need to know what the success that you're desiring looks like for you, because otherwise you won't even recognize that you have reached that success, right? So really start to organize yourself. And if you feel like you don't have time anymore, like there's so many things going on, this is exactly the time where you need to take a day off and dedicate that entire day to freaking organize your stuff. You need to have the systems in place. You need to have it all ordered, because otherwise your mind is just going round and round, and your subconscious mind, when it needs to hold on to all these chunks of informations because they're just floating around in space, will not be able to give you the energy that you actually are capable of accessing and of using for you to unfold this magic of yours and to be powerful with your message. So you really want to get organized and really want to know what you need to do and have that all written out and planned out, so that you simply need to follow that. And for your subconscious mind, this means that it doesn't have to take care of remembering all of that. Let me know if that makes sense. So the next letter of SOAP is A. This is automize. And oh my, this has been such a game changer for me. Automizations, they are your best friend. So you want to automize the entire one-on-one onboarding process. If you're like me, you have a high-end one-on-one client program. So your clients, they invest quite a lot of money, time and energy in you. This means they need to feel welcomed, secure, and just held from the first moment on. They need to feel good about purchasing your program, about working with you, about trusting you. So this is why you want to have this amazing and beautiful onboarding process all automized. So when a client for me signs up in my program, they get sent this email sequence and they get access instantly to this online space, which is our online sanctuary. And this is all happening without making a click for myself. So this is all automized, and this is taking so much time, which is liberating so much time for myself, right? And then you can also automate all your posts. So take a day in the week or in a month where you create all of your content, and then you automate it, you schedule it, and you don't have to think about it anymore. This is so important. Automate everything that you can get organized and automized, right? Automate it all if you can, because this really gives you the space and the time and the energy to focus on your zone of genius. And then the last part is prioritize. And this is something that I have learned in the last weeks especially. You need to set priorities. If you don't have your priorities clearly figured out, and if you're not really following those priorities, overwhelm kicks in, anxiety kicks in, and you just lose the grip of it all. So you really want to start to prioritize and then really follow up with those priorities. And let me tell you one thing. The number one priority for you and for me, the number one priority for you is your energy. So you really need to make sure that you feel freaking awesome, that you feel empowered, that you feel like a queen, that you feel like this radiant energy house, because this is what you are transmitting to your clients, to your audience. Your audience, everyone that is watching your content, you are watching me right now, and you are automatically, subconsciously mirroring my energy. And this is why I need to be feeling really awesome about myself. I need to feel energized and empowered so that you can feel that by simply looking at me speaking. And this is why my own energy is my own priority. And this is why you need to make your own energy your own priority. Because if you are not filled up, then your message cannot be in its most powerful way, cannot be presented in its most powerful way. So set priorities. For me, this means not working after 8 o'clock in the night anymore, having at least 1 hour of asana in the day. And I'm getting better at setting priorities. I haven't been that good, I'm honest with you, but I'm getting better at it. And it is so important. This is something that I really want to stress here, that set your priorities. And when you map out your to-do list of the day, start with the thing that you least want to do. So really look at the priorities. What is it that needs to get done today? And then look at what is it that you least want to do. Because, once again, subconscious mind, when you push that task that you really don't want to do all the way to the end, then your subconscious mind is not going to want to get to the end of the list. Does that make sense? So you're going to sabotage yourself because you actually don't want to reach that point where you need to get to that task. And your subconscious mind is a really sneaky and powerful entity. So make sure to get this annoying task done primarily, and then you can just flow with the rest. Let me know how this video was for you. So much information, so much input, I know. I just really would love to get your feedback on that, because I will start now to upload a YouTube video every single week, and I want to serve you. So I want to be there for you. And this means that I need to know what you need in this very moment. What is it that you need me to talk about? So let me know below. Let me know what your greatest insight of this episode was. And once again, just to wrap it up, remember SOAP. So simplify, organize, automate, and prioritize. This is the only 4 principles that you need to have in mind to create your success in 2021. And as I said, if you want to get more into depth in my 4-step guide, how to get organized, how to go organize your way into success, then check out the podcast episode that launched just 2 days ago. Thank you so much for watching. It is such a pleasure to speak with you on this new platform, and I can't wait to be back here next week. Namaste, Ji.